Hello and welcome to another episode of Doing Business His Way with me, Mahal Kamara. I hope you guys are all staying safe and you're all staying very, very well. Today I have a special guest with me. She is no stranger to the family. In fact, she is the family. Please welcome Adanna, my daughter, to Doing Business His Way. So say hello, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name's Adanna, and
What do you do?
I'm the CEO of the Soap Connoisseur.
So you heard her, she's the CEO of the Soap Connoisseur. Okay, yeah, she's the real CEO. I think I'm just like the managing director sometimes. But today on Doing Business His Way, I really wanted to talk about doing business in terms of building legacy, but in terms of doing business with your children. Okay, what does it mean when you have children and you have to do business and you know that the idea is from God has blessed you with this idea, but you still have a family to run and to raise. Now, I went into business when Adanna was 2. And I sort of took her everywhere because that's the only thing I could do at the time, okay? And so in my mind, it was more about her being a part of the business that I had going on versus it being two separate things and two separate parts in my life. So I really wanted to talk to my daughter today, actually, about how she's found the journey of her mom being in business or her mom being an entrepreneur and not necessarily having a regular, I want to say you didn't have a regular childhood, but you got to experience different things in terms of going to trade shows, just being introduced to the business world very, very early. How do you feel about that? Or how did you feel or still feel about that?
So at first I felt like it would interfere with the life I have when I'm not going to trade shows and stuff. But then I could get like more used to it, much more used to it. So it's just like it's pretty normal to me to just have to go to a trade show.
Yeah. So how do you find having a mom who is in business versus if I was working a normal like job and things like that?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
And what are some of the things that you have learnt from, I'm gonna say, watching me, or from like going to trade shows, going to some of the workshops, basically being around the business? What are some of the things that you can see that you have learnt? You need to pay attention.
I think I've learned that like you can't really say that you know everything about business straight away, and probably like you have to be confident in your idea, so just don't beat yourself up and say this is not gonna work, this is not gonna work. So those are probably the key things I've learned, as in going to all the trade shows and seeing you speak series.
Yeah, so you see, I'm really good. I don't know if you got all of that, but essentially what Adanna was saying was never, believe that you know everything. There's always room to learning, and of course, obviously taking your time as you're going into business, as well as what was the
Being confident in your idea.
In your idea. So, and this has come from an 8-year-old. So hey, okay, something must be working, right? Okay, but so I just want to talk about that because the Bible talks about training up a child in the way that he should go, and when he grows, he shall not depart from it. And so, one thing I've been able to do, or I'm still doing, I would say, by the grace of God, is to be able to train up my child. I want to say in the business area, she doesn't have to go into business, but to give her the different options that are available to her and to show her that she can do something she loves and still make money from it, and that she can go for her dreams and her God-given ideas. So that is why it was really important to talk about being in business, especially as a parent. I feel like you always have like a double responsibility. And for us as people of color, it's super more important that we really think about the businesses we're building, not just for ourselves, but obviously for our children, our grandchildren, you know, just generations to come. So I think having that legacy mind and that legacy way of thinking is very, very important, and it's something, no matter what stage you are in business, you should really start thinking about and really start, you know, incorporating into your business. One thing that's really, really good when you do work with your kids in business is you actually get to see if the idea works or not. Kids are quite honest, so they'll tell you if it sucks, or they'll tell you if it's a good idea. Do you understand? And I always say, if you can explain it to a child and they get it, then, you know, it must, you 9, maybe 8 times out of 10, you'll probably be an idea you'll be able to market quite well. So that's something that's really, really important. Also, your kids have ideas as well. It's really, really important because they'll be able to bring new ideas to life. We had an idea, was it last week, where we were able to bring a simple concept, and they really helped me to pick it out, you know, the food festival idea, yeah. And it was so amazing to get their minds engaged. And essentially what they were doing was they were problem solving. They were looking at what the need was, and they were creating solutions around that need. And essentially that is what business is all about. So definitely get your kids involved in your business, talk to them about your business, educate them about the different options that are available onto them. And remember, the way you train up that child is the way that the child would go. So from one mumpreneur, parentpreneur to another, I wish you all the peace and all the blessings that come with raising a family and building a business. So I want to thank you guys so much for joining me and Adanna today on this special episode of Doing Business His Way, building a legacy business for you and your family. So thank you so much for joining us. Bye.